Senior citizens were the dominant demographic during the start of the voting in the Kamanjab Constituency by-elections today. While voter turnout in more remote areas was hampered by inaccessible roads in flooded areas, those who turned up called for tangible development in their areas. Voters the NBC News spoke to emphasize the urgent need for job opportunities for young people, as well as better sports facilities and equal treatment of all members of the community. A number of elderly voters expressed a strong desire for elected candidates to prioritize these pressing issues and ensure that their voices are acknowledged and acted upon. Notably absent from the voting process were young people from the village. In the Kamanyap constituencies, three parties contesting are IPC, represented by Dansiki Ganasep, Sopa Party with candidate Nicodemus Antenya, and UDF, represented by Buruha Namasep. According to data revealed by ECN Supervisor for Registration at Kamanyap constituency, Kizi Dudumurowa, of the 18 polling stations, only 5 polling stations were reachable, and with those 1,250 votes were cast since morning.
In Zambezi region, voting likewise took place in the flood-prone Kabe South constituency, with low voter turnout also reported during the day. This remained the case at various polling stations as communities grappled with ongoing floods. At Kasika, presiding officer Ntuka Matengu and his team were deployed by helicopter on Monday. Likewise, Impalila Island, along with villages like Kasika, were only accessible by boat or helicopter due to flooded roads. Polling stations at Impalila in the Kabe South constituency opened at exactly 7 o'clock, though at Impalila Island Combined School polling station, only 10 people had cast their ballots by mid-morning. Polling officials expressed hope that more residents would attend the polls by closing time at 9 o'clock tonight. Electoral officials and materials were transported to the flood-affected stations on Sunday via helicopter and with support from the Ministry of Defense. However, results from those flood-struck areas are only expected to arrive at the collation center in Nakavolelwa by Wednesday morning. In Kabe South, 1,355 voters cast their votes at 18 polling stations thus far. A total of 3,509 registered voters were expected.
At Grootfontein, voter turnout at the 20 polling stations was said to be low. Some senior citizens, including the mother of Deputy Prime Minister Natangwe Tete, were among the first people to cast their vote at the Omalunga Hall A polling station. Omalunga Hall polling stations received a notable number of voters, while Oshiwanda Secondary School polling stations' turnout was low. Presiding officer Ignatius Kangwetui was not at liberty to furnish an exact number of voters at the Oshiwanda School polling station. Oshibarongo returning officer Melody Muevi reported that some of the 7 mobile teams serving the rural areas of the constituency had the poorest turnouts at opening of polls. By lunchtime, Muevi said over 1,000 individuals had voted in the constituency. No long queues were observed in the morning, but voters who spoke to NBC News said they had been seated at the entrance gate from as early as 2:30 at Umbili Informal Settlement. Despite the challenges, election officials stationed at the various locations reported no major logistical issues. Political party agents for SWAPO and the Independent Patriots for Change have expressed satisfaction with the process so far.